Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so let's just dive in. And let's start off with this tweet here from XRP_Crow. So we do see Ripple XRP is a clear winner in the cross-border space. This is from Zoe Cruz, ex-co-president of Morgan Stanley. She's saying XRP is used as a bridge currency that solves a multi-trillion-dollar problem. Ripple XRP is a clear winner in the cross-border space. We've talked about this in the past. We know that XRP is becoming a big deal within the cross-border sector. This is a huge area of focus that I have personally put on it as well because think about it. It's a massive market. It's an easy market as well for XRP to capitalize on because, again, it's a market that is ripe for disruption. It's a market that doesn't have a lot of technological advancements happening behind it, especially from centralized entities. Why would they want to, change anything? They're getting rich off of this mechanism. So, to them, they're terrified of what Ripple is doing with XRP, and we know that at the end of the day, I do believe that Ripple will have full-on regulatory clarity for XRP, and I do think that they will be able to not only expand utilizing XRP for on-demand liquidity, but we will see a lot more financial institutions and major banking clients utilizing XRP as well. And I think that day is inevitably getting closer and closer. But also, as we really kind of look at what Ripple is focused on, recently, we've seen them post this video, and it says pre-funding destination accounts eliminated, working capital unlocked. Ripple's payment solution enables Tranglo's remittance partners to settle cross-border payments in real time without pre-funding. And here you guys have them really kind of talking about this. I'll play this video. I don't know if YouTube is not going to mute it or anything like that. I know recently, YouTube's been going crazy, just muting videos of Ripple videos. It's weird, but nonetheless, I'm gonna play it. Hopefully it doesn't get muted or anything like that on YouTube. If it does, I do apologize, but it's about 2 minutes long, and yeah, it's really kind of just talking about the Tranglo use case.
Tranglo specializes in cross-border payment and international airtime transfer since 2008. We process payments to 23 countries. My name is Jackie Lee. I'm the Group CEO of Tranglo. Our head office is based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We have offices in Singapore, London, Dubai, and Jakarta, with a total of 180 employees. Tranglo works as a payment aggregator for our partners, who are licensed remittance company, financial institution, and e-money players. We also onboard corporate customers and individual customers to make global payment quickly and securely. We look forward to work with any global payment partners who can support fiat and XRP as settlement. We also actively look for corporate customers who are specialized in gig economy and licensed crypto exchanges. With RippleNet Wallet Send features, we are able to strengthen our cash flow position, moving funds quickly and securely at a lower cost compared to our existing banking rail. Tranglo's strength is to do global payout, especially the Asia-Pacific market. We have successfully processed 70,000 transactions in October 2021 itself. With our brand presence and network, RippleNet gained significant exposure to this part of the world. Our tech team has successfully integrated our cross-border payment infrastructure on RippleNet, making it as a super payment corridor. With RippleNet, we can immediately gain access to more than 100 financial institutions and partners globally. RippleNet offers us a unique and value proposition to our partners by eliminating pre-funding via on-demand liquidity services, offering competitive service fees and FX rates.
And at the end of the day, this is the key on why I believe Ripple and XRP will be so successful. And I'm talking about both of them in their own respective lanes. Listen, Ripple is becoming an incredible fintech company. XRP, as a digital asset, as well as a bridge currency, is doing just its job. But of course, XRP has a lot more utility than just those two alone, but it really is the big money use case. And we do see XRP Crow actually posting this quote down here from this video. Ripple's on-demand liquidity allows us to offer faster and more secure transactions without costly pre-funding, just what you need to achieve maximum growth. And I do think that long term, a lot of these major use cases and these partnerships that are being built out with XRP, I think that they will shine greatly. A lot of people do, calculate a lot on what XRP could be worth if it does grasp on-demand liquidity volumes from major giants and maybe possibly even move trillions of dollars per year. But I just want to say this, okay? If we go back in time, XRP was a giant during 2017 and 2018. In fact, we do see here from Linda P. Jones, she's talking about XRP's move from 1 cent in 2016 to its all-time high of $3.84 in 2018. It was a 384x or a 38,400%. Just saying what happened. We are early. Now, I don't argue with her. I think that we are extremely early, and I think that even in terms of this move back here, I mean, technically speaking, it was at like a half a cent at some of these lows. Now, yeah, sure, you could say that these are just major candle wicks down, but realistically speaking, even going back to January of 2016, you could see that this was a support area. This was technically a 76,000% of an increase in price, and this was to $3.54, almost 55. Remember, it did go technically to $3.84. If we went to $3.84 on this, so let's actually put this right to $3.84. So this would actually be an 81, almost an 82,000% of a run up in price. But nonetheless, the reason why I bring this up is because we have seen in the XRP community people just overlaying this percentage over here and saying, okay, hey, we're going to $300, $500, whatever. Do I think that we will hit those prices? Who knows? Eventually, anything is possible. It's crypto at the end of the day. We got to see and wait on what actually happens after the case is finished and all that kind of stuff. But one thing that I have been focused on is the fact that we can't calculate what's going to happen next off of what happened in the past. If anything, and I think everyone should take this as a lesson, everything does not repeat perfectly in this space. During this time back here in 2021, a lot of people missed out on selling their XRP at $2 to rebuy in at, 30 cents. We'll say 30 cents, right? A lot of people missed out because they thought that it was going to the all-time highs. They thought it was going to break out, go into price discovery, and hit $10 plus. But in fact, it did not do that. But I will say this, and I even shared this in a video recently talking about XRP, is that all the way going back to December, we have been stifled in terms of price action for 672 days. This is absolutely insane. So when we think about that, right, XRP's price has been suppressed, the adoption has been stifled, and we have not made an all-time high in over 1,757 days. So if you think about it, XRP definitely is coiled up for a major move. When will that happen? We don't know. But one thing is for sure, and it's the idea that XRP is an extremely strong token. Its past definitely perceives it. Not only that, but I also do believe that it being in the top 10 and remaining in the top 10, even though we've had so much bearish FUD coming out around XRP. We've seen it going all the way back to December of 2020 where the case first dropped. Everybody thought that XRP was going to zero, this, that, whatever, and it never did. And it is one of the strongest tokens in the space. Utility-wise, it definitely provides an incredible opportunity for some major giants out there. But one thing that I have been looking at is where we could go in terms of the macro fib levels. Fib levels aren't there to be taken full on seriously and say, okay, well, 100% we are going to hit these targets. No, these are just possibilities that could happen. If we're talking about this $32 XRP up here at about a 111x opportunity, 11,112, I think that is a possibility. It could happen, but we don't know what the time frame on that will be. And I don't think that the market cap for that would be too substantial or anything like that, too unrealistic, especially if you are looking at how much volume is actually being pushed through XRP as a bridge currency. But again, I bring you back down to earth, and we really kind of look at some of these other targets. And I've always said the $8 to $13 range is great, and the $10 to $15 range is also great. And if you actually look at this chart, it's right around the same range points on this chart. Also, if we actually go off of the $3.84 XRP, You could see exactly why I always say, like, $10 to $15. This also pushes some of the higher prices up a little bit more. Like, this would be a 125x opportunity. Again, will we hit those targets? Who knows? We probably will long term, but we don't know what that long term actually is. I've been more so kind of dead set on $10, which would still be a 3,441% of an increase in price. It would be about a 34x in general. So again, when we look at this, this to me looks a lot more realistic than just saying, okay, well, if we're talking about an 84 or an 82,000% of an increase in price, well, let's just throw this over here, right? And, well, this technically is not going to, like, this is just kind of ridiculous if you actually think about it. But this would be the same exact move going back there to about $226. And listen, I could easily, and I'm just going to tell you this for, realistic purposes. Like, I want you guys to know that this is what a lot of people do over on Twitter. So I could easily just say, okay, well, let's go back to 2016, 2017, 2018. Let's just throw on, this like little date and time thing. Say, okay, well, it took from January of 2016 to the all-time high about 721 days. We're overdue by 1,000, days. We're going to go well beyond this percentage run over here, and we're going to go to X amount of dollars because back here we did that same exact move. Like, for an example, I could easily just say, okay, well, this was, an 81,000% of an increase in price. This is about an 81,000% of an increase in price. We're 100% going to 200 some dollars in the next major run up. No, do not listen to that nonsense. Listen, I do think that the past price action has been very exciting, and I think that a lot of people got extremely wealthy off of XRP's move back here, and that's awesome to see. But when we look at the future around the space, diminished returns will happen. The same way that I look at Solana, right? We've looked at Solana in the past. We've talked about Solana in the past as well. I believe Binance is the one that has most of the price data. So I've actually looked at this. I've shared this with you guys as well in the past. We've looked at where we, really kind of landed on Solana. So this actually hit around a 562x of an opportunity run, which was absolutely insane if you think about it. But on the next run up, are we going to repeat that same exact move? Like, think about that. We would have to hit for Solana to repeat that run if it's and say for so like this is our full bottom. Like, this thing would run to about $15,000. It's just not going to happen like that. Diminished returns will happen, and XRP is not one to be shy of that either. There's no token in the space that will not experience diminished returns. It's extremely realistic to look at these tokens in the light on how you are really kind of perceiving them, which is, okay, well, we've already done a massive run. Are we going to repeat that same exact run? No. It usually never happens like that. In fact, a lot of tokens never reached their previous all-time highs, and XRP is not going to be one of those tokens in my opinion. I'm just saying, to be realistic a little bit on XRP, if we do see a settlement, if we do see a lot of adoption, if we see a lot of things happening around XRP, I do think that it could hit the $8 to possibly $36 range. But I've always been centered on the major price targets on XRP of the $10 to $15 range. I think that the $10 to $15 range, or even the $10 to $17 range, this area here, is a good area to look at. And that's a realistic area as well, because again, it has been stifled for so long, it has been suppressed, and I think that is bound for a massive run. Is it going to hit $100, $300, $500, etc.? I think that's unrealistic if you're thinking about the next major cycle. Long term, who knows where it could really go. Also, here are the fib outreaches on the max point. This is not the log scale. So when we actually look at this, like the 8 fib level up here, the only token that we really kind of know of that reached this, I'm sure there's a ton of other ones, but Luna, right? Luna always comes to mind because we've charted Luna in the past. Luna has hit the 8 fib level. It outreached to this fib level up here. And if XRP does that, then we would be sitting at about $30, which would be from the bottom, which we already hit about 30 cents. this would clearly be a 101x opportunity on XRP if you bought down here and you waited for $30 to be morphed into reality, which I don't advise you to do that at all, in my opinion. Again, not financial advice, but I would not be sitting around waiting for $30 to morph into reality. And I would be taking your profits when profits seem, good to you. Again, you do not have to sell XRP. A lot of people actually don't want to sell their XRP. A lot of people lock it away. To me, it always makes sense to have a long-term bag and a trade bag. And I also have this idea with QNT. QNT, I have a bag that I will never sell just because I believe in QNT long term. But then I do also have a trading bag where I do sell it and rebuy it and flip it for profit. And it has been, for the most part, doing very well. So with all of that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. If you guys are on this before, this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.